Greg Hunt, Health Minister?
Oh,
Good God.
it's a parade, isn't it?
Guys, if you haven't seen this yet, they're laughing in your face. Look, all right. I put this post out a couple weeks ago, and I purposely didn't report it because I wanted to see if he'd, one, remove the image from Instagram, and two, say why he owns the book. Nothing. Completely nothing. This blew up on social media. So for those of you who can see this image now, Greg Hunt, MP, minister, not a minister for, what do you call him?
Minister for killing people with vaccinations. Oh, I'm sorry, Minister for Health.
He has this book.
Hang on, is he wearing a poppy like I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, good.
Isn't that funny?
Oh,
Isn't that
goodness me.
funny, Riccardo?
Okay.
Anyway, he owns this book from Klaus Schwab. It's called COVID-19, The Great Reset. This is the guy that said, we need a great reset. We need the fourth industrial revolution. This guy, so look, I said, Greg, okay, I get it. We all read widely. Some of us have read Mein Kampf. It's fine. Can you please explain?
I
Pull
can.
the pull in. I'm sure you can.
I'll tell you what that book's there for. That's their way of explaining that I'm all in with the Great Reset. I don't know if I've explained this to you before, how it works. I use the analogy of Indian cricket, right? The corruption in Indian cricket.
You have, yeah.
Right. So the millionaire wants to win, and millionaires don't lose. They want the game skewed in their favour. And so bookmaker comes along and says, I can fix the game so you can win. And so millionaire says, show me. He said, okay, you watch. This bowler, I control this bowler, and in the third over, on the first ball, it'll be wide to the right. And so they watch the game, third over, first ball, wide to the right. No problem. Bookmaker puts a ton of money down, gets his money, away we go. So it's a once you understand the code, the way it's done, that's how it's done. Now in politics, there are similar requirements. People are willing to back certain politicians if they can get the legislation they want, but they want proof that the politician is under control. And so what the party hack will say, well, you watch, during this speech, when he mentions the war in Afghanistan, he will pause and take a drink from his bottle of water and then continue the speech. So the politician makes the speech, and whatever the moment is, in this case, he mentions the war in Afghanistan, picks up a bottle of water, drinks and moves on. So the money man knows that this politician is controlled. Another way that was done more recently was in the US specifically, and this is going back during Obama era, where Ryan was reluctantly being drafted to the job of Speaker of the House. He didn't want it.
Paul Ryan.
Ryan. And all of a sudden, people started growing beards. Paul Ryan grew a beard, a whole bunch of beards. There's even a couple in Australia that grew beards. Now, you might say, well, that's got nothing to do with it. It's got everything to do with it.
Okay.
This is their way of saying, I'm on board with you.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a code. Once you get the code, you get it.
Yeah.
And so they grew beards, and that's their way of saying, these are the people you can trust because we control them. And both sides of politics did it.
Yeah.
And in Australia, people did the same.
Yeah.
So what this is, in my opinion, this is Greg's Hunt way of saying, I'm on your side, Klaus. I'm all in. We will do what must be done. Make sure you look after me when I get out of Parliament because I'm utterly unemployable after that. That's my opinion. I'm allowed to have one. But that's why I reckon that book's there.
Wow. And for those of you that don't know, COVID-19, The Great Reset, this book, if you look it up, firstly, you'll notice it comes up on Google, written by Klaus Schwab, a big proponent of the World Economic Forum. Look at our previous episodes on this. You'll notice it's got a 16% like rate on the book by Google users. I don't think the internet likes this very much. You know, I do want to read this book, guys, because you want to keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But Greg hasn't said anything about this image, and it blew up on social media, so that's why I'm bringing it up again. But let's move on. That's Greg Hunt, and this week we saw